Und dann herzlich willkommen zurück bei Honkai 2.4 Version. Der neue Patch. Und wir machen hier weiter mit der Story. Versammlung von Legenden und Heldentaten. So, let's go. Nicht gehen, sondern laufen. Guten Tag. Ich möchte durch. Dankeschön. Und einen schönen Tag. Aber da wollte ich nicht hin. Ich wollte hier hinlaufen. Einen schönen Tag.
Earlier at the Palace of Astrum, I introduced these guests from the Astral Express to you, Elder Hwayan. But with all the people around, we only exchanged pleasantries. Now, I'd like to officially introduce them to you.
Guten Tag.
These three braved great dangers, accompanying me to perilous places, defeating the chief culprit Fantilia, and uncovering the conspiracies of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. If you wish to know more, please, feel free to...
Well, I skimmed through the reports about the Arbor's rebirth from the Master Diviner Fu Xuan. She's been summoned to the Yu Chui for questioning. There are a lot of doubts within the Alliance about this whole situation. But despite all that, I believe in you. Since you joined the ranks,
I believe in
remarkable feats.
Wang.
After the High Cloud Quintet each went their separate ways, despite the many criticisms within the Alliance, the Marshal still stood firm against the dissenting voices and entrusted the Lawfu to you. Over the years, you've served the Alliance with loyalty and wisdom. You've taken down abominations in Thalassa, rescued the Xianzhou Yu Chui from a siege, and destroyed the demonic planet summoned by the denizens of abundance. I still remember those battles vividly. There are fools who doubt your loyalty. They're happy to see the divine foresight fail because it gives them some kind of sick satisfaction. They haven't achieved anything of their own, so they feed off the failures of others. But I've seen enough failures in my time, and I want to believe that your loyalty has never wavered.
So, General Fei Xiao of the Yaoqing is the only one investigating the Ambrosial Arbor crisis on behalf of the Alliance?
No. I am too.
This old man's words always catch me off guard.
The Marshal ordered me to come to the Xianzhou Lawfu, but the document only says, attend the war dance and listen to Fei Xiao's questioning. No need for that. You're all important witnesses. The Marshal is well aware of Jing Yuan's purpose in holding the ceremony, and understands the situation he is facing. She mentioned it because she believes both issues are important.
Thanks for your kindness and sincerity, Elder Hwayan. But is it appropriate to tell everyone here about the Marshal's orders?
By introducing the Express's witnesses to me alone, aren't you aiming to discern the intentions behind both my actions and Fei Xiao's? And whether there's any discord between us? Well, as for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, all I need to do is listen. General Fei Xiao will be the one asking the questions. Oh, by the way, I've prepared a gift for the war dance.
Ein Geschenk. Ja, schon wieder hier.
Yes, it's this case right here. There will be numerous contests and celebrations during the war dance. And the main event, the host will dispatch a skilled warrior to take on challengers from all over the cosmos, showcasing the excellent martial arts of the Xianzhou Lawfu.
Martial
When you
arts.
mentioned that the Astral Express would be attending the ceremony, I thought the High Elder of the Lawfu would be the ringmaster.
You humor me, Elder Huayan. The healer lady is just a young lady who knows nothing about martial arts. How can I assign her?
I'm no match to you when it comes to joking.
What's this box for? Why don't you open it, General Huayan?
This sword case is intended for the War Dance's award. It's empty now, but I don't mean to boast about our skills. But this sword represents the pinnacle of the Ju-Ming's craftsmanship. It has a legendary history, full of heroic tales from foreign lands. Tales that are too detailed to be summarized in just a few. I've been wondering, who would be worthy of such a sword? And then it hit me. I can award it to the champion of the Ringmaster's Challenge. Moreover, I hear that Yen Xing is an excellent swordmaster, and that he will be representing the Lawfu as the ringmaster. So it seems.
Thank you for your generosity.
If you want to give me a sword, just say the word, Grandpa. No need to beat around the bush.
You've got confidence, my girl, but I don't think you can best Yen Xing.
I know you're all about swords, Miss Yunli. It's just a shame that it's the sword that ultimately chooses its rightful master.
Yeah, and even if someone gets their hands on such a precious sword,
The outcome of our duel at the Alchemy Commission is still up in the air.
That's exactly what I had in mind. Nobody knows who's gonna come out on top. Not to be rude or anything, we've been watching their drama. I'm
Doch.
dying to find out who beats who.
Unhöflich.
Quiet down. We have other guests here. I've prepared this sword to... While you both seem confident that you'll win, you need to remember there can only be one winner and one loser in the ring. Which could lead to... We don't know who the winner will be, and it might not be either of you. But if you're eyeing that prize, you'll need to work together. I want you to take on an apprentice who...
How does that make sense?
In my humble opinion, while a Cloud Knight is commendable by securing victories, it's even more so to pass on your skills and spread the way of swordplay. I'd be greatly pleased if this apprentice could represent the Express in the war dance by displaying their Cloud Knight flair and prowess.
Well, Elder Huayan's idea is quite interesting. Imparting swordplay skills requires teamwork, and both the winner and the loser will learn a valuable lesson regardless of the outcome. The question is...
Who? Wait,
I noticed just now that Miss March seemed quite interested in the outcome of your sword fight. So I thought, why not teach her the art of swordplay?
wait. Are you serious, General? Why am I being dragged into this all of a sudden? I've never practiced swordplay before. I'm a total newbie. You really think I can learn it? Well, you'll probably realize I have no hope and give up on me. And that'd be so
Isn't this a perfect chance for you? I remember you mentioning that you wanted to learn some sword moves.
Yeah, I did say that. But this is all happening so quickly, don't you think?
Miss March is like a piece of jade in the rough, just waiting to be
Ja, ein
shaped.
Stück Jade.
The war dance is the perfect opportunity to see what heights she can reach.
I appreciate your kind words, General YN. But won't teaching me swordplay be a waste of Yanqing and Yunli's time? They should be. Plus, I heard that each swordmaster has their own special moves. What if they let something slip while teaching me? If everyone knows each other's tactics, won't that make it hard to catch people off?
That's considerate of you, March 7th. But don't worry. It'll take you at least a decade of hard training before you can even start learning special moves. No need to freak out. A few dooming swordplay tricks will mean you'll be more than equipped.
Really?
Looks like March's curiosity has been piqued.
The whole point is to know each other's moves. Defeating your opponent in just one move? How boring would that be?
Boring.
Plus,
So Miss Yunli has already agreed. What do you say, Yanqing?
General, I haven't graduated yet. How can I be qualified to teach?
So you're admitting your defeat, huh? If you're not even competent to teach, why don't you let me be the ringmaster instead?
Yanqing, teaching an apprentice is also a way of honing your own skills and gaining insights. You've been an apprentice for years. It's about time you looked at swordplay from another perspective.
I see, General. Then
Now that Yanqing has agreed too, it all comes down to Miss March giving her nod.
Na, mach. Mach das
It's
mal.
up to you to make the final decision, March.
At least that way, I won't have to worry about you accidentally shooting me in the butt all the time.
Another time.
Hey, I've never missed my target. Then I'm on board. Thank you for your kindness, General YN.
great. Starting tomorrow, Yanqing and Yunli will teach. Yunli and I will head out and purchase some sort.
You're too kind. Oh, wait. General YN's gone. Wait, why does something feel off about what we talked about? I think we strayed off topic. How did things even get to this point?
yeah, I brought you here because the General said he had some important matters to discuss. But how in the world did Yun Li and I suddenly become Miss March's swordplay mentors?
Because General Huayan wants us to stick around on the Lo Fu for some time. But from his point of view, we're no different from all the other tourists who may leave at any time. Since the crew's actions were mentioned in the Lo Fu's operations log were given to the Alliance, he probably wants to see firsthand if we're as capable as the report claims. And he wants to see it for himself during the war dance, which is why he even dragged
war
Yun Li
dance.
into this.
Dance.
What began as a simple contest between two sword masters has now evolved into you two collaborating to mentor March.
Elder Huayan is still that tricky general. My apologies. Truth be told, I invited all of you to the ceremony because I wished for you to act as my witnesses. I apologize for not this. In the coming weeks, I'll also invite all of you to a meeting with General Fei Xiao, where you may need to answer her questions and clear up any doubts she might have. So please,
Don't worry, General. No matter what happens, I'm prepared to stay here as the Express's witness. and answer any questions.
Thank you, everyone.
General, I know there isn't much I can do to share your burden, but... As the Lawfu Ringmaster, I won't let anyone defeat me in the war dance.
I know.
The illustrious Merlin's Claw waiting for me? And for so long, too? It's quite an honor. It's been a while, General Fei Shao.
It's been 30 years since we last saw each other. Right, Yukong?
Yes. Back then, you were the vanguard of the Yao Qing's Verdant Knights, and I was a pilot of the Law Fu's Rainbow Orbit fleet. Who would have thought that upon meeting again, you'd be a general, and I'd have given up flying? Really does feel like a lifetime ago. Well, I wouldn't say I haven't seen you in 30 years. After all, your great victories are announced through the Yellow Bell resonance system every day. So I'm well aware of your great feats. How's your health holding up?
Still stable, I suppose. Do you still remember the medic who saved me in battle?
That healer with the odd name and peculiar temperament. What was his name again? Was it Pichu? Or Kachio?
Pichu.
Jiao Chou. He's been my retainer and personal healer, delegated by the Alchemy Commission from the Xianzhou Yao Qing. Over the years, he's dedicated himself to managing my condition. It's thanks to him that I'm still in good health today. Given my background, I'm happy to have made it this far.
I'm relieved to know that you're safe and sound. Well then, since you and Elder Huayan are here, I imagine you must have received orders from the Marshal? As your friend, may I ask how the Alliance intends to punish the General of the Lawfu?
The Arbor's rebirth has frightened the elders who lurk behind the scenes. They fear the resurgence of abominations, much like what happened 30 years ago. Although the report from the Lawfu explained all the details, we don't know if the Ruin Legion really invaded, or how exactly the Stellaron Hunters and the Astral Express became involved. This puzzle has many missing pieces. As you know, the fugitive Jing Liu, who mysteriously disappeared many years ago, has resurfaced. This time, she has brought along an Outworlder and a coffin, claiming to offer the Marshal a method to fight against the Eons. The Lawfu Preceptor has also leveled accusations against Jing Yuan for neglecting the Alliance's principles. She asserts that Jing Yuan enabled the exiled Imbibitor Lunae to re-enter the Lawfu, thereby unlocking the lunarescent depths within Scale Gorge waterscape, which in turn disrupted the Vidyadhara's dutiful watch over the Ambrosial Arbor. It is for these reasons that I have come here to the Lawfu today. Well, duty calls. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned all of this to an uninvolved person, but since we once fought together, I didn't want to keep you in the dark. Perhaps pretending you didn't hear any of this would be for
I understand. I'm sorry. I was out of line. I know I shouldn't be defending General Jing Yuan right now, but... well, you know how I am. The Lawfu has enjoyed centuries of stability since the end of the sedition of Imbibitor Lunae, much of which can be attributed to General Jing Yuan's masterful strategizing. Unfortunately, for long-life species, enduring through the ages always culminates in a failure that undoes all
That's true. And that's why I'm also here for another purpose. To visit Hule.
Hate treffen.
You mean that Hule? The Borisin warhead? The same Hule who has been imprisoned in the shackling prison for over 7 centuries?
The nemesis of the Foxians who will never be forgiven and shall be imprisoned until the end of the cosmos. I can't quite remember the exact wording, but yes, the very same Hule.
Usually, only emissaries from the Xianzhou Yaoqing Skyfaring Commission visit him once every century. Why do you have to visit him now, of all times?
The Foxians and the Alliance made a pact to combat the abominations, aiming to achieve justice and free their kin. That werewolf monster is to be forever imprisoned in the dark recesses of the shackling prison, facing unending retribution. Given the situation on the Luofu, those on the Yaoqing are concerned about Hule's imprisonment. I'm afraid that the routine visit every century is no longer sufficient to ease their concerns. That's why I was sent here, to reassure them.
It's all bad news.
Well, not everything. There might be a silver lining. Oh, by the way, I found some clues about the thing you asked for.
Tell me more.
The Verdant Knights followed the route you mentioned and discovered the wreckage of the Whistling Flame ship. Unfortunately, there were no survivors and no cargo. However, someone had already been on the scene before we arrived.
Our people? Or someone from the IPC?
No, neither. Yukong, have you heard of a person named Ron May?
Nicht eingeschlafen. Zweiter Tag.
I'm still feeling sleepy. Did I oversleep? Where did March and Don Hung go?
This humble abode welcomes you, while a drizzle douses dust.
And enjoy a luxurious liquid amber.
Think you'd get away with your crime by pretending to be a waiter?
This humble abode welcomes you.
Zu Fuß.
There you are.
Da bist du ja. Ah.
Well, it was a promise to General Huayan, after all. I woke up especially early, so I can start teaching Miss March swordplay.
Speedy.
Hey, why are you blushing, Master Yanqing?
This is, the first time someone has called me Master. I need to, get used to it. Let me make it clear. Swordplay training is about improving your body, mind, and strength. It's not a casual game you can master overnight. I promised General Huayan that I'd teach you Cloud Knight swordplay, so you can participate in the war dance and defeat at least one opponent. I'll do my best, but if you break your
Do my
master's
best.
rules...
Fine. A promise is a promise. Since I promised to study hard, I'll do my best starting today.
No.
Great! That's the spirit.
March is in your hands now, Yanqing. Don't be too easy on her.
Dan Heng, do you even have a heart? Did you lose it somewhere? By the way, where's Yoon Lee?
I've found a quiet spot in the back garden of the Palace of Astrum for our first lesson together.
Tschüss. Okay. Wir wechseln jetzt dahin. Sehr schön.
Seriously?
Extra.
First day,
Er
you
kommt
two are
zu
already
spät.
late.
Wie kommt
Why
es,
is
dass
everyone on the Lawfu so
wir
laid
noch
back?
gern sehen? Wie enttäuschend.
Master Yoon Lee, you're already here. Sorry for keeping you waiting. Oh, wait. Were you trying to teach her in secret? That's sneaky.
I'm just showing you what Lawfu etiquette is all about. She might be my apprentice, but it's customary for the master to personally escort their apprentice to the place of learning. As the host, I'll be teaching Miss March the essence of Lawfu swordplay, after which she'll emerge victorious in the war dance ring. You won't be complaining about Lawfu swordplay then.
Stand aside, rookie. Let me show you how we Ju-Ming sword masters treat their apprentices. Quickly, over here, Miss March. This is a reverse mentorship gift from me to you. I hope you put it to good use.
Sehr schick.
What's this? Xianzhou clothing? It's so beautiful! Sword practice requires precise movements. This outfit is tailored to fit perfectly and allows for smooth movements. I even added some small accessories. I put a lot of thought into it. You're awesome, Master Yoon Lee! See?
See?
How can you compete with me? I'll teach March 7th the essence of Ju-Ming swordplay so she can win the contest with my sword skills.
Actually, I've prepared something too.
Huh? You have a gift for me too, Master Yanqing?
Since you want to learn swordplay, Miss March, you'll need suitable weapons. So, I went out of my way to prepare a pair of swords overnight.
Schicke Schwerter.
Unfortunately, I didn't have time to ask the craftsman to customize the swords for you. But I did my best to choose ones that look nice and are suitable for a beginner. I hope you like them, Miss March.
Thank you, Master Yanqing!
Bet you didn't see that one coming, did you, Yoon Lee?
The real competition is just getting started.
Bing.
I'm so lucky to have two great masters. But why does it feel like things are getting a bit weird? So what do you think, masters? Does this outfit suit me?
Sehr schick.
Perfect. I chose it carefully. It's perfect for beautiful young swordswomen like you and me.
All right, let's get started with the training. The person next to me is a Cloud Knight instructor I've brought in. For your first lesson, try exchanging a couple of moves.
Wait. We're having actual combat training for the first lesson? Isn't that a bit... Well, I heard you have some experience with archery and martial arts. The first thing we're going to do is see just how strong your fundamentals are. Come on. Step forward and strike with the sword in the most natural way you can think of. It's important for us to grasp your natural movements so we can decide where to start
and what you need.
If you're ready, let's begin.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah,
Then I apologize in advance.
Auf geht's.
ready to shine. Please have some
Pay close attention, Miss March. Lawfu swordplay is all about being swift and agile in your movements.
Right on time. Yes, you! Ignore him. Strength is everything. Right on time.
I like this of you.
Well done!
Here you go, Master. Melt. Through clouds.
Time for swordplay!
Ready to shine. Yeah. I'm starting to get the hang of it.
Can you block? Strike with heart!
You'll make good practice. Yes, you! Time to show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. What's this? Awesome!
What are you
Awesome.
mumbling about?
Isn't this, sword technique? With a true heart and focused mind. Here I come.
Time for swordplay!
Melt! I could take 10 of you. Nice job!
Mountain fall! Right on time.
Not very
Practice is
sportsmanlike.
over. Swords descend.
Ready to shine. Yeah. Time to show you what I can Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. What's this? You'll make good practice. Oh, I get it. All right, check out this move.
Check out this move.
Yes, you.
How many can you block?
Right on time.
Yeah. Yes, you. Slap. Melt. Awesome. Ching.
Ka-ching.
I didn't expect the first lesson to be so intense.
Miss March has quick hands and a flexible body. She's a perfect fit for practicing Lawfu swordplay.
However, she lacks strength, and her strikes were a bit unfocused. But don't worry, that's totally normal for beginners. Once she starts practicing Juming swordplay, she'll make heaps of progress.
Given the situation, I believe Miss March should start by working on her
Strength. Seriously, do you actually know anything about swordplay, or what?
I could ask you the same thing. Dual swords require agility. So what's more important than footwork?
Instead of focusing on her strengths, we should address her weaknesses. The drawback of wielding two swords is not generating enough force. What good is being...
Skilled sword masters know how to...
You're quite the theorist, huh?
Theorist? You?
Hey, it's only my first lesson, and you're already arguing. Come on, calm down, Masters. I'll have to improve both my footwork and...
But it does matter. Just listen to me, March 7th.
Aww.
Gib dem miHoYo. Tage vergehen.
Dear Himeko, Mr. Yang, and Pom Pom, we're all good here on the Xianzhou Lafu, so no need to worry. By the way, how's your trip going? As for me, I've somehow become the apprentice to 2 Cloud Knight sword masters, and I've been honing my sword skills with their guidance. One of them is Yanqing, the boy we've all met before. The other is Yun Li, the granddaughter of General Hua Yan from the Xianzhou Juming. Both masters are super strict, giving me a real taste of how hard sword training can be. I tried to drag her into this, but she refused. Then I tried to rope Dan Heng in, but Master Yanqing wouldn't have it. Still, I didn't let the difficulty get to me. In just a few weeks, my sword skills have improved a lot. Both my masters think I have unique talents in swordplay, and are literally fighting each other to teach me their skills. Thanks to their guidance, I've actually made some progress. When I get back to the Express, I'll definitely show off my skills and impress you all. Looking forward to your reply. Yours, March 7th.
Bis fast die Arme abfallen.
Well done. Let's call it a day.
Miss March's sword skills are really coming along. She'll hold her own just fine in the war dance.
Perhaps I might have a shot at beating both masters in the ring?
Get real. You've only been practicing for a short while. How could that possibly happen?
With your talent, Miss March, if you dedicate a few more decades to training, you might eventually be able to defeat Yun Li.
Decades? But I'll be an old lady by then. No.
No.
Can you believe it? March 7th has actually become a pretty decent swordmaster in such a short time. Now I understand why Grandpa always had a grin on his face while training me.
Are you sure he wasn't laughing at you?
Oh, shut up.
It's all thanks to your amazing guidance, Masters.
Miss March, you're really getting the hang of wielding dual swords.
Oh, let me see. Which sword is the most powerful? Single sword? Great sword? Or maybe a flying sword?
There's no such thing as the most powerful sword. It's all about the skill.
First, you didn't kick my butt. Second, you'll never kick my butt. Third, how about we settle this right now and see who kicks whose?
Yeah, I'm up for that. And if I kick your butt, you'll drop out of the war dance.
Why are you two arguing again? I thought things had been improving between you lately.
There was talk that the leading disciples of the Luofu and Juming generals were supposed to face off in the war dance, but for some reason, they suddenly teamed up to train an apprentice of their own. Tomorrow is the big day of the war dance. Shouldn't you two be focusing on honing your skills instead of teaching swordplay here?
You're... Oh, that's right. You're the pink-haired fox from the Yaoqing.
What are you laughing at? You've got pink hair too. I'm Jiaocho, the healer working for the general of the Senjo Yaoqing.
Ah, got it. So, you're the participant attending the war dance on behalf of the Yaoqing. And you were trying to sneak a peek at our training?
Sorry for the misunderstanding. I don't know.
If you know nothing about martial arts, what?
Martial arts?
Well, my curiosity got the better of me, I suppose. When I heard Miss March's pondering about what to learn, I couldn't help but wander over. From my professional experience, cleavers, slicers, chopping knives, and carving knives are all just tools. Kind of like frying, sautéing, boiling, and deep frying in cooking. They're just ways for people to show off their skills. It's like your sword teaching methods. If you align your ingredient, in other words, your apprentice's natural tendencies, with the right cooking method, by which I mean the teaching. For example, golden eggplant tastes best when fried, cloud peppers when stir-fried, and yellow boulder beef when simmered. It's all about discovering the nature of the ingredient.
All this talk about food is making me hungry.
Aren't you a healer? Why are you talking about food?
Well, it's just a metaphor. The medicinal school I follow on the Senjo Yaoqing is called the...
So, you're the general's cook?
I'm a healer. But anyway, a cook who isn't interested in health doesn't make for a good advisor. Seeing the way you're looking at me, it's obvious you think I'm just some feeble academic who likes to blabber on about martial arts. But, in reality, I know a thing or two about killing.
Seriously? Trying to save face in front of kids? Ugh.
Do you recognize this bottle of medicine in my hand?
No.
This
No.
is called tumble dust. An extract from an exotic flower.
Is it poison?
Well, it depends on how it's used. With just one drop, it's able to numb a patient's body during surgery, making them increase the dose or the potency, and it'll slow the metabolism, making the blood thin and resulting in the loss of this thing. Can save lives or take them. It's more...
That may be so, but still, I prefer
Huh. Looks like I did get you all wrong. You're not a...
Hey, why the insults all of a sudden? I'm just sharing some medical knowledge here.
Seems like you get real excited when talking about poison. I can't tell if...
Picture this. 2 individuals. In the throes of combat, where life and death hinge on a singular moment, every idea, fate, surviving the battlefield reshapes all notions of worth. Be it...
Perhaps you've underestimated Yunli and me, Mr. Jiaoqiu. We may be young.
Well, then you should know that the war dance...
When I was appointed as the ringmaster for the war dance, I asked the general, we Cloud Knights are supposed to charge, and this is how the general replied. To unsheath your sword in a ring is no different than on the battlefield. As your sword reveals them, the war dance is the perfect chance to showcase martial virtue and forge alliances from all over the...
That's quite an insightful statement, Yanqing. Well, my apology. Hearing you speak so highly of it has piqued my curiosity.
You want to see the Sky Splitter ship where the war dance will be held? Let's go! I bet
Let's
you
go.
Lee and Miss March haven't seen it either.
Gut, dann war's das hier erstmal für die Folge und man sieht sich nächste Woche wieder. Bis dann, ciao.